Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Super Saiyan 2 category and basically how you can complete the Super Saiyan 2 Extreme Super Battle Road stage in DBZ Dokkan Metal. Now, Super Saiyan 2, going to be honest with you, rather challenging actually. I find Super Saiyan 2 does not have a lot of great options when it comes to lead and just functionality. It's a weird thing because you'd think like Super Saiyan 2 would be a big category with lots of options, wouldn't have any issues. But to be honest with you, Super Saiyan 2, like if you think about it logically from the show, it appeared at the end of Cell Saga and then appeared for like the first half of like, Majin Buu Saga. And the thing is a lot of the times, especially in certain cards, like for example the Goku and Vegeta Spirit Bomb card from the end of Majin Buu Saga, Goku is Super Saiyan 3 there, so that card isn't two joint Super Saiyan 2 units. The Gogeta and the Vegeta 3rd year anniversary cards, they are Super Saiyans. So a lot of the times Super Saiyan 2, like they just don't, there's not a lot of avenues to really make it work. So you're reliant a lot on like Gohans, etc., and also the Saiyans from Universe 6. And I think that's probably your best bet. That's at least what I've done, basically, to cut a long story short. I built around the concept of transformation boost with double AGL Kale, and that's worked out fantastically for me because it allows us to run Kefla. I mean, there's plenty other ways to run Kefla, but it allows us to run Kefla, double Kale, and I think between all of that, things work out really nice. So your only lead for Super Saiyan 2 as a category is actually the tech Vegeta that turns into Majin Vegeta. And he, people have been speculating about him getting an easy A. Pretty much nigh on, I think probably for the last 2 years. Everyone's been like, when's his easy A? Because he's 2019 unit, he's 2020. He's a long time ago now. Over 4 years old. And, not that he... not that he's not cool or anything. I mean, he's still cool. He still does a lot of cool stuff, but the numbers just aren't there. The raw numbers just aren't there. I think, ultimately that's kind of the case. And so using him as a lead is quite difficult. Other notable units, that we do have, obviously we have the AGL LR Gohan, that's great. We could use the AGL LR Kale and Caulifla, but we don't need to. We're using AGL Kale. We're using Strength Kefla. That's really the big ticket unit. So Strength Kefla after her EZA, absolute insanity, ridiculously strong unit that is just amazing and does so much. So she's carrying a ton of workload, and I mean that's fine. She's great. She does a lot. She's awesome, but she's carrying a huge amount of our damage payload. You could incorporate the tech Caulifla and Kale and the physical Kale. Like you could make a full kind of like a Universe 6 team if you really wanted to. I don't think that's a problem at all. So that's just going to depend on what your box is. I don't have tech Caulifla and Kale, so I switched a little bit more over to transformation boost, just trying to kind of cover for the holes in my team from not having those units. In terms of T-Boost, obviously we have transforming physical Vegeta. Pretty good unit, to be honest with you. A lot of people gave him a lot of flack as a unit. But I dig him. I think his EZA was decent. I genuinely think that he's pretty good. So, I don't actually have any like real issues with him. I think he's great. I really like using him. So, that helps, basically. But yeah, to be honest with you, I think ultimately for me, I think this team worked out alright. We had the AGL transforming Goku as well. I would not suggest using him if you can avoid it. He's decent, but actually he's not bad. Like the thing is with him, he has his damage reduction capabilities. So like his damage reduction, he has damage received 21%, and then by the time he's Super Saiyan God, that becomes 25%. Wow, huge. So like you can use them. I mean, there's lots of options you can use. Like, it's a very limited category, but there are still options, in my team that I'm, not using that you could use. It's just how it is. It's going to depend a lot on your box. I think, the biggest issue is lead. You have to find someone that fits into the subcategory if you don't want to use Vegeta. That's kind of why I went T-Boost Universe 6 crossover build. You could just use physical Vegeta and just do pure Saiyans. You'd miss out then on a couple of units, but it's not the end of the world. You could even probably do Vegeta's family. Intermargin Vegeta, physical transforming Vegeta, AGL Trunks, physical LR Vegeta, AGL LR Margin Vegeta. Like, you could still definitely make it work. Yeah, for me, but I think really, like, for me, this category struggles a lot because it's only got one lead, and that one lead's not even close to being like the best lead in the game. Or sorry, how can I say that lead's not even close to being like one of the top units in its category, so it's a bit strange now using it. I do think it's a bit weird actually that we don't have like a Super Saiyan 2 lead transforming Gohan of some kind. You know, maybe one day they'll give us another LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But I think, like, for me it is a bit weird that we don't have one, because, you know, he kind of started the Super Saiyan 2 thing, so Vegeta being the only lead is kind of a bit strange. But there are some pretty interesting options, so it's just going to depend on how you want to make things work out eventually, I guess. You don't have to run the team like this if you don't want to, but ultimately at the end of the day, it is something that you may want to consider doing. So yeah, I think there's plenty of other options, just kind of adjust the team as you see fit. I will say, you know, for me, like when you're running teams like this and when you're running categories like this and you're doing content like this, it is always tricky, I think, as a situation, because I think like when you're building your teams, you always want to prioritize certain things. When categories are so small or only have one lead, it then becomes difficult to just incorporate the things you want. So instead you try to find teams that alleviate that and just give you the things you need. So like this team doesn't have anything interesting to it. There's no attack down, defense down, there's no nothing. It's just raw power, raw strength, finishing things off. You know, Kale and Kefla basically absolutely destroying everything, and then the rest of the units just like not getting in their way, is essentially, I would say, the theme of this very, very highly functional team. But yeah, but that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. It's always greatly appreciated. And yes, as always, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, if you need any more assistance, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. So as always, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.